between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Let's go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers 1st down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
Keep running, man.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Dillon. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, McDonald. A slant pass complete to Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Here's McDonald to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning are probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
McDonald sets to throw. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Throwing is McDonald. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Second and 7.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10. McDonald. Able to hit his target, Lamb. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Lions, nothing.
They go play action with McDonald. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming. Mike 19, Mike 19.
Back to throw. McDonald. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Mike 19. Let's make these babies cry.
On 3rd down, McDonald. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Derek Barnes drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. Mike 19. I'm here all day. I'm here 17.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike 19. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Looking to throw. McDonald. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a draw play. This is Jones. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Check 55 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. That's complete to Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
55 is my guy, 55. Let's go, D.
Back to throw. McDonald. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Detroit! DeAndre Swift. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
14. Lions 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Following the fumble recovery, McDonald throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
At the Packers' 19-yard line.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
It's a big play there for Green Bay.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On play action, Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. And his kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And they've used him in the passing game to great effect so far. And here they get it to him again on the screen. And it turns into a nice positive play.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 1st down, McDonald. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers' 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. McDonald. This one complete to Patton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Swift. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second and goal from the 1. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Running right, Jones. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
At the 37-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Again, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Throwing is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's McDonald to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. McDonald sets to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is McDonald. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
It's brought in by Harris. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Out of the gun, McDonald.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
McDonald.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lamb touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll go again to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
Down at the 42-yard line. A 28-yard gain. And the Packer first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Moves to 2nd and goal. At the Lions' 4-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Rodgers will throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Second and 5.
40, 40. The mic. We're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Switch.
They go play action with McDonald. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Jones running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Throwing now is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. Underneath here to Hill. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the fourth. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's McDonald. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Swift. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. McDonald. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, Swift. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Six yards left on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. On the option to give to Swift here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker.
29-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Lions, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a win.